Most people know they should be doing something with their money, saving it, investing it, building wealth somehow. But the moment they start researching, they discover dozens of different strategies. So which one is actually right? In this video, we're breaking down the most popular saving and investing strategies and the type of person each strategy was built for. Because different strategies don't just build money, they build different futures. 1. Emergency fund. The emergency fund is usually the first financial strategy people learn. The goal is simple. Build enough cash to survive unexpected problems. Maybe your car breaks down. Maybe you lose your job. Maybe life simply happens. Most people aim for 3 months' expenses, 6 months' expenses, sometimes even 12 months. And psychologically, this strategy is all about security. These people don't want to get rich first. They want to stop feeling financially vulnerable, because nothing changes how you feel about money faster than knowing you could survive a setback. The downside, some people become so focused on safety that they never move on to growth. And over time, cash sitting still slowly loses value to inflation. So an emergency fund creates stability, but rarely creates wealth by itself. 2. Automatic saving. This strategy sounds boring, and that's exactly why it works. Instead of deciding every month, should I save this money? The money automatically leaves your account. No thinking, no emotions, no negotiations with yourself. And honestly, many financially successful people use this strategy, not because they're more disciplined, but because they understand human behavior. Most people don't struggle with saving because they lack intelligence. They struggle because spending is easier. Automatic saving removes temptation completely. And over time, small automatic transfers become surprisingly large amounts of money. Not because of effort, because of consistency. 3. FIRE. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And this strategy exploded in popularity because many people realized something. They didn't necessarily want more luxury, they wanted more freedom. FIRE followers often save aggressively, invest heavily, avoid lifestyle inflation, spend intentionally. The goal isn't becoming rich. The goal is owning enough assets that work becomes optional. And psychologically, FIRE attracts people who value freedom more than status. While others buy newer cars, they buy future time. The challenge? Some people become so obsessed with future freedom that they forget to enjoy the present, because there's a difference between intentional spending and never spending. The healthiest FIRE followers understand both. 4. High-yield savings account. This strategy sits between saving and investing. The idea is simple. Keep money safe while earning more interest than a traditional bank account. And for many people, this feels like the perfect middle ground. Not too risky, not completely stagnant. Psychologically, this strategy attracts cautious people, people who value predictability, peace of mind, stability. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is a trade-off, because safety often grows slower, and many people eventually discover keeping all your money safe forever can become risky too, because inflation never stops. So this strategy is excellent for short-term goals, but usually less effective for long-term wealth creation. 5. Sinking funds. This might be one of the least exciting strategies on this list, but it's also one of the smartest. Instead of being surprised by expenses, you prepare for them. Things like vacations, birthdays, taxes, car repairs, Christmas gifts. The average person sees these expenses as emergencies. The sinking fund person sees them as predictable. And that's the difference. Because most financial stress doesn't come from unexpected expenses. It comes from expected expenses that people didn't prepare for. This strategy creates calm, and calm creates better financial decisions. 6. Index fund investing. This is probably the most recommended investing strategy in the world. The idea: instead of trying to pick winning companies, buy the market. Through ETFs, index funds, broad market funds, you own hundreds or even thousands of companies at once. And psychologically, this strategy is built around patience, not excitement, because honestly, Index investing is pretty boring. No stock picking, no dramatic predictions, no constant buying and selling. And that's exactly why it works. It removes emotions from investing. The biggest challenge? Patience. Because in the beginning, compound growth looks almost invisible. 7. Dividend investing. Dividend investors love one thing: cash flow. These investments regularly pay money back to shareholders, and psychologically, that's powerful because people can actually see their money working. Every payment feels like proof that the strategy is working, proof that ownership matters. That's why many people find dividend investing motivating, especially compared to strategies where growth stays invisible for years. The trade-off? Dividend-focused investments don't always produce the highest growth, but they often help people stay invested longer, and consistency usually beats perfection. 8. Growth investing. Growth investors are betting on the future. They look for innovation, technology, AI, disruptive businesses, the companies that could become much bigger over time. And psychologically, growth investing attracts optimists, people who get excited about what's coming next. But growth investing also tests emotions, because growth assets tend to move dramatically, up quickly, down quickly, and many investors discover something uncomfortable. They thought they could handle risk until they experienced it. That's why growth investing isn't just a financial strategy, it's an emotional strategy too. 9. Real estate investing. For generations, real estate has been one of the most popular wealth-building strategies. Why? Because it feels real. You can see it, touch it, walk through it, and that creates trust. Many people feel safer owning property than owning stocks. Real estate investors focus on rental income, appreciation, leverage, and when it works well, it can create significant wealth. But social media often shows only the attractive side, not repairs, maintenance, vacancies, difficult tenants, debt. Real estate can absolutely build wealth, but it's usually less passive than people think. 10. Investing in yourself. This might be the highest return strategy on the entire list. Instead of investing money into markets, you invest into yourself. Your skills, knowledge, communication, network, business, earning potential. And honestly, many people underestimate this strategy because it's harder to measure. But imagine someone who learns sales, marketing, negotiation, content creation. That person can potentially increase income for decades. Skills compound, knowledge compounds, relationships compound, and often the biggest investment return comes from becoming more valuable. The truth is, there isn't one perfect saving or investing strategy, because different strategies solve different problems. Some people want security, growth, freedom, cash flow, peace of mind. And most financially successful people eventually combine several of these strategies together. But the biggest shift happens when someone stops seeing money as something to spend and starts seeing it as something that can build future freedom. Because wealth is rarely built through one massive decision. It's usually built through small decisions repeated over time. Which strategy fits you best right now? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe for more videos about money, psychology, human behavior, and modern life, explained simply.